What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a very special From Screen to Shelf reviews. So today, I am just feeling the Chucky love. Season 3, Part 2 is about to drop in about a couple of weeks. And we did just kind of complete per my review, we did just complete having every Child's Play or Chucky movie in 4K officially. And go check out my thoughts. I will touch base on it just a tiny bit here, but I did dedicate a whole video to Child's Play 2019. So go check that out because I'm not going to talk a whole lot about that one since it has its own video. But I'm going to kind of do some quick fire reviews since we have every single release presented by Scream/Shout Factory. And I am super excited to talk about all of this. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. I wanted to show this. I leave it up on my shelf as a decoration. But this is the only steelbook that got released by Scream Factory for Child's Play. Let me take off the J card. So there's that. Love it. Only time I have ever bought the standard and the standard and the steelbook. Looks really good. I was going to leave it permanently sealed, but I was just worried just in case in the future if anything happened about the disc being kind of messed up. So I did end up going ahead and opening that. So I just wanted to show that. Now, my cases might look a little bit different on my slipcovers because I did pre-order these through Scream Factory. So I did get the limited edition ones. But we're going to go ahead and start off with MGM's Child's Play 1. Absolute classic. So the special features on this one, I'm going to probably knock out special features first and then just talk about the movies, the presentation of the whole package. So it was a brand new 2022 4K scan from the original camera negative, which is always great. It did feature a Dolby Atmos track, commentary with director Tom Holland, audio commentary with actors Alex Vincent and Catherine Hicks, and Chucky designer Kevin Yager, audio commentary with producer David Kirshner and screenwriter Don Mancini, select scene commentary by Chucky. That's cool. That's super cool. So then the other one, Don Mancini, David Kirshner, production manager, another audio commentary on the Blu-ray, production manager Robert Latham Brown and actors Chris Sarandon and Alex Vincent, audio commentary with Tom Holland, audio commentary with Alex Vincent, Catherine Hicks, and Kevin Yager, audio commentary with David Kirshner and Don Mancini, and then more select scene commentary by Chucky. Then the special features Blu-ray, because it does have 3 discs in this one. Behind the scenes special effects footage, Howard Berger, however, your special effects friend till the end, life behind the mask being Chucky, interview with actor Ed Gale, evil comes in small packages, Chucky building a nightmare, a monster convention, introducing Chucky, the making of Child's Play, vintage, featurette, theatrical trailer, TV spot, and still galleries. So this does feature, it is a movie by Tom Holland, as we had already said. It stars Catherine Hicks, Chris Sarandon, Alex Vincent, and Bradley Dourif. So written by Don Mancini, which eventually he directs some of these later entries. So the 4K on this looks incredible. It looks absolutely amazing. Love it, love it, love it. All 3 discs right in here. The Dolby Atmos track sounds really good, especially during the lightning strike on the apartment building. Sounds really, really good. It's a classic. It's really one of Scream Factory's best releases. It has everything. And yes, I did listen to every single audio commentary, and I did indeed watch every single special featurette that I just listed off. The HDR looks great. It's the best the movie's going to look for a long, 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 long time. I do not have that very limited Arrow release, but I have heard through word of mouth that it looks almost identical. So not a whole lot going on in that avenue or that department, but it's a reference release. This is really like kind of the stepping stone for Scream Factory and what they should be doing. So this is one of my favorite discs on my entire shelf, especially from Child's Play 1. As a movie, which I'm not going to talk about or rank these movies at all because I am planning on doing a Chucky ranking soon for those that are curious because it is Chucky week. I'm going to try to talk about Chucky as much as I can. At least it's Chucky week on Chase's end of the From Screen to Shelf spectrum over here. So this one right here is going to get a grade A for me, a perfect, I would say about a 9.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10 even. There's really nothing left to be desired. It's the complete package. It's got everything that you want in it. So let's move on to Child's Play 2, which is a lot of people's favorites. That one's really good. Alex Vincent's character, Andy, gets a little bit older. Actually, I guess I must have left the original one on there. Maybe I liked the original one more than the secondary art. But this is actually the Scream Factory exclusive one. I didn't remove all of it. And then it just has the original theatrical poster, but that's the Scream Factory exclusive one. So Child's Play 2. So it has an audio commentary with director John LaFia, Disc 2 Blu-ray, new 4K scan of the original camera negative, a new Puppet Master interview with writer Don Mancini, new Under Pressure interview with actor Alex Vincent, the Family Expands interview with producer David Kirshner, and Kyle We Trust interview with actress Christina Leese, School's Out interview with actress Beth Grant, the School Dance interview with executive producer Robert Latham Brown, audio commentary by John LaFia, and theatrical trailer. Again, yes, I watched and listened to every single audio commentary and special feature on there. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock it out. Every single release, I have watched every single special feature and listened to every single audio commentary on here, so I don't have to keep saying that. Again, presented from the original camera negative. This is typically a majority of people's favorite ones. I know a lot of people have given like the newer ones a bigger second chance. This one does look phenomenal as well, a little bit more soft in that category. It has a DTS HD master audio track. It does not have Dolby Atmos like Child's Play 1 does, but that's okay. The 5.1 sounds perfectly serviceable. It sounds fine. The HDR does a lot of really, really good carrying of this disc. It looks very good, just as good as Child's Play 1. So 1 and 2 is really kind of the ultimate 1-2 hit combo in this one. The HDR looks really, really good. The puppeteering of Chucky is a lot better in this one than it was in the original one. And the story, especially with Andy Barclay or Alex Vincent's character in this, just really the trajectory just kind of skyrockets. And this is just a very pivotal movie in the series itself. So again, it's a little bit lacking on the special features compared to that first one. That's a wallop of a package. So I'm going to give this a steady 9 out of 10 on that one. So the next one, bada bing, another Scream Factory slip exclusive. I think this is the only other one that I have that I'll be showing on that right there. So that looks really cool. Now, Child's Play 3, I'll go ahead and say I'm a bigger fan of this one than a lot of other people. A lot of people really don't like this one. So Alex Vincent did get recast, and I apologize. I forget who recasted him. Yes, I forgot who recasted him, but they didn't use Alex Vincent because they wanted him to be more of a teenager in boot camp. So this one really kind of tackles more or less of how do you say it? Like, going through the trauma of all the Chucky shit from the first two. So this one, it is a new 4K scan of the original camera negative, new audio commentary by director Jack Bender, audio commentary by producer Robert Latham Brown, brand new 4K scan of the original camera negative, audio commentary by Jack Bender, Ride the Frightening, interview with writer Don Mancini. Always love every single special featurette with him in it. He's just so passionate, very happy guy. He's always great to listen to. War Games interview with actress Perry Reeves, Chucky Goes East interview with executive producer David Kirshner, Carnivals and Campouts interview with Robert Latham Brown, Midway Centurions interview with actor Michael Chifo, Sheer Terror interview with makeup artist Craig Reardon, Unholy Mountain interview with production designer Richard Sawyer, audio commentary by Robert Latham Brown, and theatrical trailer. This one does feature yet another 5.1 DTS HD master audio presented in HDR and Dolby Vision on a 4K disc. So that one is really, really, really fun, really good. I think this movie's a little bit underrated. Yeah, it's a bit goofy, but the Chucky kills and the one-liners in this one, courtesy of Dorif, just next to none, in my opinion. It's a really good movie. The 4K scan, this one is definitely one of the softer ones out of the three. But it's still really good, there's not really any duds in this entire series with how it looks, even whenever you get into the later ones. So Child's Play 3, very strong. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, and that's including the restoration, the story, everything all encompassing. Maybe an 8.5, because it does have a lot of special features on there. Plenty. Most of these have plenty, except Child's Play 2. Child's Play 2 left a little bit to be desired. So the next one, Bride of Chucky. This one I know is a lot of people's favorites, and it's definitely warranted. You get a new look like you see right here with Chucky on that one, and he looks so cool. He just looks so freaking cool in that aspect. So This is the one where you get Jennifer Tilly, who a lot of people thought she was in it a lot longer than she was, but she becomes a very, very integral and pivotal part of Chucky up to even just now. Season 3, part 2 is about to drop, and she's still very important in the show. So the special features on this one, and this was directed by Ronnie Yu, who, please correct me in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure Ronnie Yu also did Freddy versus Jason. I want to say he did Freddy versus Jason because I don't want to pull it up and break pace on here, but I want to say he did. So disc 1 includes a 2023 4K master. This was not shot on film. This was shot digitally. So you're going to get what you get. Audio commentary with the director Ronnie Yu. Audio commentary with actors Jennifer Tilly and Brad Dourif and screenwriter Don Mancini. Disc 2, new 2023 4K master. Audio commentary with Ronnie Yu. Audio commentary with Jennifer Tilly, Brad Dourif, and Don Mancini. Bride of Chucky Spotlight on Location theatrical trailer. So it is very light on the special features, but that audio commentary is so fucking fun with Bradley Dourif, Jennifer Tilly, and Don Mancini. Jennifer Tilly just has so much passion for being in the Chucky series. It really bleeds through and through and through and through, and it's just a great time. It's super fun. This looks really good, especially for being a digital intermediate, essentially more or less an upscale at that point. And it looks really good. Like whenever she's in the bathtub and she's watching, I believe it's Bride of Frankenstein. It could be the original. I want to say it's Bride of Frankenstein. She's watching Bride of Frankenstein and then the TV falls in and stuff like that. It really does look really, 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 really good. Especially a lot of the darker scenes. It's a much more dingy movie than all the other ones. And especially like, the puppeteering in this, I want to say is kind of at its peak in this one. At least for this point, it just gets better and better and better. Fun fact that gets revealed in the special features: it takes about 7 to 8 people to move just one Chucky doll. Isn't that crazy? You have one guy that's usually working on subtle head movements and eye movements, then one person working right arm, left arm, and then each leg individually. I kind of figure that they may be able to multitask. And, you might have like one person for everything facial and head, and then 2 people, or one person for arms, and then one person for legs, making it 3 at most. But no, it's over double that. So really good, really fun movie. I'm going to give that one about an 8.5. That audio commentary is just really one of the most fun audio commentaries that you'll ever listen to. It's a great time. It's really, really fun. Now, this one I think is probably the least popular, or down there with Child's Play 3 in regards to its popularity and everything like that. But that's going to be Seed of Chucky. This is where we get Glenn/Glinda in there. And this movie's great. I think it is a little bit ahead of its time, to be honest with you. I believe this is the very first one that, this is the very first one that Don Mancini directed. Yep. So I think it was very, very creative. It was very different. You even have a John Waters cameo in here that just really, really just elevates this a lot more. I believe that's LL Cool J. Yeah, I want to say that's LL Cool J is in this. Again, Brad Dourif, great. Jennifer Tilly, great. It's just so much freaking fun. It really, really is. It's super meta. Like Don Mancini's been writing these forever. He really knows the direction that he wants to take them. They are his characters inherently. So it's really cool to be able to see that creative freedom taken in that vein. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive into the special features on here. This one is a 2023 scan of the original camera negative. 2023 4K master of the theatrical cut, which I do believe this one does also come with an unrated cut, if I remember correctly. Let me double check and fact check myself before I talk out my ass. Yeah, the Blu-ray does have an unrated cut. And it's good. I don't think it's like, I know some people were clamoring, why isn't the unrated on the 4K? It's not that big of a difference. You know what I mean? There's some out there that definitely have bigger differences. This one definitely isn't that. So, audio commentary with writer-director Don Mancini and actress Jennifer Tilly. Yet another absolute hoot. She is just so freaking funny. She is so funny. It's so good. Audio commentary with Don Mancini and animatronics designer Tony Gardner. I believe this is the one that really reveals how many people it really takes to really man Chucky, Glenn, Glinda, Jennifer Tilly, anything like that. Or Tiffany. Absolutely anything with them in it. Tony Gardner is an absolute blessing to be on those audio commentaries. Slash scene featuring audio commentary Don Mancini and actress Debbie Lee Carrington. Here's Chucky, interview with Chucky. Family Holiday slideshow, conceiving the seed of Chucky, Tilly on the Tonight Show, fusion up close with the seed of Chucky stars, storyboard to final feature comparison. That one's really cool. Theatrical trailer. That one's really cool for the storyboard to final feature comparison, because that doesn't happen a lot in special features, and I really, really wish that it would a lot more. because it's really, 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 really cool whenever it does happen. The Holiday slideshow is so funny, so good, so great. This one does look stunning, like really good and really stunning in 4K. The HDR colors really, really pop, especially the colors on the Glenda clothes. The HDR really, really helps elevate it. The sound mixing is yet another DTS HD 5.1 audio mix, but that's perfectly fine. The Dolby Vision HDR look phenomenal. There's not really much you can say, like these, again, I can't say enough. Every single one of these is the best these movies are going to look until another form of technology comes out that really warrants them being remastered again. They did a hell of a job on here, and from front to back just showed an absolute massive amounts of labor of love into this series. So again, I'm going to give this one about another solid. I think I'd give this one about a 9. The special features are really, really good. It does look really, really solid. I have a good time with the movie. I don't find it in any way, shape, or form to be the worst one in the series by any stretch of the imagination. It's a great time, a lot of fun. There's just a lot of cool things that you can do with that movie and that premise. So now we're going to get into the more modern / new age Chucky. These are the ones that I have a soft spot for because it features why is her name absolutely Fiona? Her name is Fiona Dourif. As Bradley Dourif's daughter becomes kind of the star. So she plays a paraplegic that, gets a hold of the Chucky doll. And yet again, Don Mancini back at the director's home doing different things. This one was not my favorite for the longest time, but this 4K looked stunning. Absolutely stunning. This movie grows on me every single time I watch it. Every single time I watch it. It is one of the most pure forms of horror that Chucky has really ever. It's always been, I think Chucky has been misunderstood. I think as people get older, they really do try to dissect and get into Chucky and kind of understand that he's not meant to be scary. You know what I mean? Some people do, but for the most part, he's a comedic serial killer in these shows and in the movies. And so this one is by far and away the absolute most brutal. It is horrific. It is just horror through and through. Now, does that mean that I find it to be perfectly done? No. That's why this used to actually be my absolute least favorite one in the series. I had to go on a little bit of a tangent on that one. Again, I'm leaving a lot of how I feel about the movies themselves for like the ratings and reviews or the ranking I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of do one David Cronenberg style, like if you tuned into that one. I'm going to be going into that in this lieu for these releases, or not these releases, but the movies themselves and rank them and how I would. So without further ado, 2023 4K master of the unrated cut, audio commentary with writer-director Don Mancini, animatronic designer Tony Gardner, and actress Fiona Dourif. And that one's really fun. Super cool. Fiona, again, very passionate about the Chucky series. Audio commentary, Don Mancini, Tony Gardner, and Fiona Dourif playing with dolls, the making of Curse of Chucky. That was really cool. Living doll bringing Chucky to life. Voodoo doll, the Chucky legacy storyboard comparison, deleted scenes, gag reel trailer, storyboard comparison. Again, really fun. The special features in this one is just super fun. I love the design of Chucky in this one an absolute ton. He's really, really well animated, everything. If I remember right, I think this is the lowest budget Chucky to come out. I think this one had the absolute lowest budget other than Cult that we'll get into here soon. So the 4K again presented in another DTS HD 5.1 master audio. It sounds awesome. It's a very claustrophobic setting because it's really just set in one house. Dolby Vision and HDR absolutely carries this movie because it's a very, 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 very dark movie. And I mean that, very dark. If you've never seen the movie, it is extremely dark, and not just in like a dark lore, dark story, dark anything like that. It is much more of a just very dark type of approach to the setting, the lighting, and everything like that. And it really does look really good for a more modern movie. Just like I had said about Child's Play 2019, that 4K disc looks immaculate, and that one's up there as well. That one looks really, really good. I'm excited to go back and revisit that one. That one I haven't seen in probably about 5 or 6 months. I know that sounds lame, but I usually watch these thoroughly. My Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, when those were out, have been rewatched, and they're probably my most rewatched disc other than X and Pearl on 4K on my entire shelf. I love Child's Play. I absolutely love Chucky. And Cult of Chucky grows on me every single time I watch it. I used to literally think it was a trash movie, and I think that's harsh because I grew up understanding that Chucky was comedic, and it wasn't. But as I have become much, 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 much more of a horror buff, I've grown to absolutely love and adore that movie. So this one, another one a lot of people really don't care for, but I've loved this one since I bought it on Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure I still have my original pressed Blu-ray over there. Really fun, very different. And this movie right here single-handedly explains so much about Chucky, dating all the way back to the original Child's Play 1, and sets up almost everything that happens in the Chucky TV series. It is wild the amount of lore that gets cemented in this movie and reestablished and really pushes forward. When this movie came out, story wise, I think it was kind of trash. I had a lot of fun with the visuals, the kills, and the idea of it. But until the series came out, you could tell that there needed to be one more movie, that this was supposed to be a New Age trilogy. And the series absolutely just knocks it out of the park. And I know some people's argument, I shouldn't need a TV show to make things make sense. But sometimes you just gotta take what you're given, right? Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow and flow like water, and then that's that. There's really nothing else you can do. Sometimes you really just gotta kinda embrace it and just go from there. So that's what we're gonna do. We have the show, that's cool. Now you can kinda watch them all, and the series really helps. There's a lot of lore established in the series. I'm just going on a tangent now. So on this one, so we've got a new 2023 4K master of the unrated cut, audio commentary with writer-director Don Mancini and animatronic designer Tony Gardner. Always a blast when those two are on one together. On the rated and unrated cuts on disc 2 for the Blu-ray, Inside the Insanity of Cult of Chucky. That was really cool because I'm pretty sure they recorded it all in Winnipeg because they needed the snowy setting, so they all went up there. Good Guy Gone Bad, The Incarnations of Chucky, The Dollhouse, deleted scenes with optional commentary by Don Mancini, and the trailer. Pretty lighthearted on it, but it also was direct to DVD, so I wouldn't imagine there's really too much that's new in here that wasn't on that 4K or the original pressed Blu-ray that wasn't just on here in general. This one also has the return of Andy Barclay in it. Really cool. I really like the movie. It looked really good. It's a brighter setting, so it's a complete contrast to Curse. It's a complete contrast, so it's a lot brighter. The HDR looks good. Yeah, there's a little bit of digital noise in there, but that's okay. That happens. And I'd probably have to say this might be the weakest looking one out of every single one we've talked about visually. So if you aren't a completionist, and I always digress with this, but if you only buy things for technical merit, which I really don't think you should ever do, you should buy what you love and watch it just because it's the best that's going to be presented in a while. And even if the 4K is trash, you've got a really solid Blu-ray, get it. You know what I mean? This movie's super fun. If you're going to buy all the other ones, just go ahead and buy this one. This one's really fun, and it establishes a lot of what we get to know. I'm going to go ahead and give this one yet again another 8.5 as a package. Really great, really well done. DTS HD 5.1 master audio. The HDR and the bright scenes absolutely makes it look great. There's really not much else to be left to be desired in this category. It's a wildly good time in every single aspect and every single avenue. So that's going to complete the original Mancini runs, written and directed by Mancini runs of Chucky. I'm going to give a 30-second rundown because I have an entire episode dedicated to this. I fucking love this movie. This movie's great. It's extremely underrated. I feel like it didn't get a lot of fair shakes. And this is probably one of my favorite discs that has come out this year. It really does look that good. It's really, 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 really solid. I really, really can't complain about a lot in it. The audio sounds great. I probably would have wanted an Atmos mix. That would have been really cool. But otherwise, I mean, what is there to really say? It's a great package. So you'd think we'd be done, right? No, I'm going to take about 2 minutes just to really plug in the Chucky TV series because I have Chucky season 1 and season 2 right here. I also have Living with Chucky. I didn't decide to grab it. That's a pretty solid documentary about Tony Gardner's daughter and growing up on the set of Chucky and how it influenced her and how she has a little bit of a role in the show, on the production, and just how she feels about it. And that's a really good one. Check one that out. I think it's on Screenbox. Chucky season 1, phenomenal. Chucky season 2, it has some misses in there. A lot of people weren't big fans of it, but it's really cool and really well done. I've watched both of these seasons, I want to say 2 or 3 times. There's some characters that you just absolutely want them to die. You just want them to die, and you just don't want them to come back. And, it's really, really cool. Devon Sawa has a role in this, and then it's pretty much an all-new cast that you haven't really seen before. Bradley Dorff reprising his role again. A lot of big moments from the movies really making sense in this. Mancini, I guess, understood that there was just some things that just happened just to happen and probably didn't get to make the sequel that they initially anticipated. So that's really where it sets up. Season 3 is probably the best season so far. And I'm excited to see how it wraps because, the writer strike unfortunately did put that on a pause. But I was super, super, super over the moon. I believe April 10th is whenever the new season's coming out. So I wanted to take the time to talk about it, appreciate it, and stuff like that. Because I mean, it's a genuine A, not probably not S tier quite yet. It depends on how it ultimately wraps up. Because there's a lot of crazy things going on. It's got a very linear plot line. Depending on how it wraps up, it could be one of my favorite shows that I've ever seen. It's really good, especially for made for TV on the Sci-Fi Network. They give them some creative liberties. You know what I mean? Feels like censorship was held back a little bit, and they were allowed to do what they want. Some of the funniest things in a TV show I've seen are in this show. So definitely give that one a fair shake. So instead of doing individual reviews, I wanted to do a pretty quick fire review on all of those releases right there. Just kind of host it in one entire spot right here, just for future references. So that way we could all see, kind of get it rocking and rolling. And let me know what you think. Let me know down below what's your favorite Child's Play movie. Let's start some dialogue. Let me know if you disagree, if you thought these were trash. I hope not, because they are genuinely one of the good things that Scream Factory has done. I know I'm a bit of a, I wouldn't say fanboy, but I've been a big defender of theirs because I mean they put out so much sheer volume, you can't necessarily disagree with or agree with everything that they do. But I mean the Halloween sets and the Chucky sets, there's not a single miss in there. They definitely understood that there's like a lot of love put into it, and that's what it is, right? So stay tuned for some more Chucky content coming later this week, guys. I appreciate it as always. My name is Chase, and stay tuned for some more amazing content. See you guys later.